Hey everybody, it's Kenny Cummins here, chilling with Jeff and Kenny C. Thank you everyone for taking the time to give this a listen. And let's just say I have some catching up to do with my guest at this time, all the way from Australia. And for us fellow Americans, she will be headed to the US in a matter of months. And to talk about that and then some, I'm joined with Jasmin Shojai. How's it going?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
Good, good. Thank you so much for wanting to do this interview. I appreciate it.
No worries. I'm really happy to be here again.
Yeah, so it's been about a year since we did the first one, and I think the first one was like courtesy of Mall Mag. A lot has been
Yeah.
going on with you since then.
Oh, a lot, definitely.
So let's get caught up in everything. First things first. Um, what have you been up to since the previous interview we did?
I've been up to so much because it's really funny because in a way I kind of thought, has it been longer than a year? But basically, yeah, I've done a lot in that year. So I guess the main highlights, in case this wasn't mentioned last time, was that I got awarded again, in the sense that I got awarded for Australia's Top Glam Model for 2017 and 2018. And that was quite a, a privilege in a way, because the director runs the competition in a certain way, and they had a bit of a gap year, and they said to me that, I was very deserving of everything, and that they wanted to kind of give me that extra recognition. So they kind of extended, well, yeah, they extended my title for another year. So that was very amazing. And yeah, so I got the opportunity, or I was scheduled to, or I was a judge for the new competition. So the winner of Australia's Top Glamour 2019 is Cody Cooper. And yeah, I got to meet her. We spoke, we did a little interview, and yeah, she's on the cover of Playboy Africa, I think, right now. And yeah, so that was one thing that happened recently, and that was pretty nice. It was really an amazing experience. Good to catch up with yeah, the director of that competition again. And yeah, as for myself, I've been doing quite a lot of things. I've been doing more radio. I've been doing more acting now as well. So last year was actually in the States for the very first time, and a lot of things happened, during that trip and even afterwards. So just to mention the main highlights, I did a supporting role. So I had a bit of a small role in a film in Seattle. So that was directed by someone named Robert L. Butler Jr. And he was really amazing to work with. So he also starred in the film as the main character. So I was Anastasia, the girlfriend to the main character, or the love interest. So that was a really cool experience because I didn't know what to expect. And I mean, by that stage, I'd been to acting school already for a couple of months or so, but to actually get out there and do more was really cool. So that was a really amazing experience. I'm really thankful for that. And yeah, during the trip, we just did so much. Like, it was LA, Vegas, Seattle, Toronto, up in Canada. And yeah, in Toronto, that's where I did a Playboy pictorial shoot with Anthony Randall. And this would have been in, yeah, early August last year. And then, yeah, now, as of October last year, or it happened in October, I was awarded Playmate of the Month, and I was on the cover of Playboy Croatia. So that was really amazing, with that being my sixth Playboy appearance. But then, yeah, that was my very first cover. So it was huge. It was a huge achievement. In saying that, that was just one of the many things that were happening. Like, in that year between now and between then and now, there's just been so much. Other big things I can think of was that I was on Naked News, which is like a channel in Canada, and that they feature a lot of playmates on there and so on. So, and here in Australia, I was a guest on Channel 10's The Sunday Project. They're called The Project, but I obviously went on a Sunday, so they have a slight different version for that. Well, it's the same thing, they just name it differently. But yeah, no, basically I was on there talking about cosmetic surgery and tax deductions, why I think for some people, or at least for some people in their line of work, why they should be able to claim a bit of tax back. I mean, from my perspective and my understanding, not that I'm, currently facing any health issues, but I think in general, at least here in Australia, a thing called Medicare doesn't cover everything. And I think that, I think people should be entitled to get, for any sort of medical treatment, should be entitled to get something back, especially if they're doing it for their line of work, because it's like, well, I was talking about it with a lot of people lately. The world's expenses, or at least here from what we're seeing, it's always slightly increasing. So that's just a given factor. And it doesn't necessarily mean that there'll be more jobs available or that income will increase upon that happening. In fact, quite often than not, it's just that the prices of things increase, but people's people's wages or people's income don't necessarily increase while that happens. So no, it was a big thing, and I just reckon that there should be, for those specific things, there should be, some tax deduction or something given back, because it is very expensive. But in my opinion, see, like, there's a lot of cosmetic skin treatments that aren't considered exactly medical, even though they technically are. And I think there's a lot of people who do make that investment because they may have very bad skin. Dermal needling, for one thing, can actually repair acne or acne scarring. And even though it's not considered a medical treatment, people can get it done a couple of times and then walk out almost acne-free, if not acne-free. And I think, well, that obviously changed their life, and if perhaps if that specific treatment were covered or it was tax deductible, perhaps more people would go and get it done. If, for example, I guess it's not justifiable with all cosmetic enhancements, but yeah, that was something I spoke about on the Sunday Project back in, when was it? Yeah, back in March last year. But yeah, there was a lot of things that I've been doing, and I guess just to top it all off, I've been doing a lot of radio here. Obviously, I'm on this show as well. So yeah, it's been quite amazing, and I've got a beauty editorial project next week, actually. So that's going to be a very creative project. So when the photos and footage come out, I'll be posting them. So that's something I'm very excited about as well.
It's awesome to hear that all is well with you. Have your first experience coming here to America, coming to Canada, and staying active and everything. And so happy for you in that regard. And now you're on your way back here to America. So what are your plans as you make your way back here to America?
Well, there's quite a lot. We basically we have locked in a few photo shoots. I'm planning to shoot for Playboy again. And I'm planning to star on Naked News as well, so that would be something very exciting. And I know Naked News is a very popular stream for a lot of people. So I'm very excited about that, and I'm hoping to really network with a lot of with a lot of industry professionals and so on. And if things go exactly to plan, I'm hoping to do a radio appearance over there as well. So that's something I'm very excited for. It's a lot of organization, as per usual, but I really feel this time that we have a bit of an advantage, seeing as we've had some experience. I've had some experience. I've had some exposure, and I basically have progressed from last year in the sense that I think that as a talent, you always progress in many ways, and I can definitely say we've been working very hard. It's definitely hasn't been a lot of sitting around or anything like that. I think, to achieve a lot or to achieve certain things, you really have to push and work hard for it. So that's what we definitely have been doing, myself and my management. So it's definitely been a very full on year this year for sure. And I think last year was kind of the same anyway. Um, and no, we really hope to do a lot of projects this year. We really hope to network with a lot of people in the States. So, I'm very excited for it, and I'm really looking forward to meeting people and yeah.
That's awesome. It's very cool that you had your experience last go around, and obviously, in order to network, sometimes you have to go outside where you're from and get yourself out there and willing to travel far and stuff. Some are willing to do it, some are not, and you've already done it in the past, and now you get that opportunity to do so again. And this lady from Australia, Jasmin Shojai, she's making big moves, and I'm happy for you, and I'm very sure a lot of my fellow Americans will be very delighted to see you again. So that's gonna be quite the experience. So for people that wants to learn more of your work, upcoming stuff, why don't you go ahead and mention your social media links that people can check out?
Oh, definitely. So, my website is currently relaunching. We expect it to relaunch sometime in July. So, when it does relaunch, which I'll mention on social media anyway, it's www.jasminshojai.com. As for my social media, for both Facebook and Instagram, it's Jasmin Shojai Model. And for Twitter, it's Jasmin_Shojai. And for YouTube, it's just Jasmin Shojai Model TV. So a lot of my content is on all platforms. And with my YouTube, I have a few more behind the scenes videos on there. And I have my entire live broadcast as well. So, I tend to go live here and there and do like questions and answer sessions as well, whether that's on Facebook or Instagram. And sometimes, people aren't present for that. So I put the videos up on YouTube so people can, pretty much tune in there.
Well, Jasmin, it was great getting caught up with you and seeing what you've been up to. And thank you again for wanting to do another interview with me. And it is very early in the morning out there and where you at. So you're quite a trooper willing to get up this early in the morning and doing this interview on your end. So again, thank you for that. Everybody go check out Jasmin Shojai. She's got a lot in store. Keep an eye on the social media platforms and continue to support this woman. Spread the word about her too, And again, thank you for your time, Jasmin. Truly appreciate it.
No worries. Thank you so much.
All right, that will conclude the interview. I want to thank everyone else for listening. You can check out Chilling with Jeff and Kenny C on Saturdays at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, right here at tmvcafe.com. In the TuneIn app, search TMV Cafe. For Jasmin Shojai, I am Kenny Cummings signing out. Thank you everyone for listening.